Leyla and a nameless male character hold hands and smile at each other in a beautiful garden by a castle. Shahrayer and his vizier are taking a walk in the same garden.
Maybe we should wage war upon the neighboring territory, Jafar. I've heard they have many riches from gold mines.
I don't believe it would be nice in such weather. Peace is always more prosperous. Try inviting that families of that kingdom here for a party.
Thank you. Your advice is always very...
Majesty, look!
Shahrayer turns and his mouth opens and his eyes blink. Then after a few seconds, he purposely walks toward his wife and her new lover. And Shahrayer kills them.
Jafar, I want to make a new law.
Yes, sir.
Every other fortnight of the year, I will take a new wife and have her executed in the morning. In this way, nobody will have a chance to be unfaithful again.
But
Just do it, Jafar!
People waiting for the announcement. Jafar comes out on the high balcony with a paper in his hand and a megaphone.
everybody, the king has made a new law. He will order a new virgin to marry him and execute the next day. Only she will be executed, and every other girl after that will be closely confined, but not put to death. Oh no! What happened? Now, your majesty will pick one from you.
Shamira!
No, not me, please. No, not me, please.
The scene ends with many grief-stricken faces looking up at Jafar, who looks like he's struggling to stay professional. The king is standing behind a table and is about to call the name of his next wife out of the black hat that has the names of all the virgins from his land and end. Jafar is standing next to him. All the girls are watching.
I will pick one of you to be my wife for the night, unless one of you has chosen to volunteer out of her own will.
I volunteer. No, my only daughter.
Jafar, you must control yourself. If she's spoken of her own free will, there's nothing I can do about it.
Father, my apologies. I told you first. This is something I feel I must do. This is my destiny. You are completely sure.
The king gently takes Shahrazad by the elbow and guides her into his castle.
Would you like anything?
No, thank you. But there's only one thing.
What is it?
I want to tell a story.
Oh, sure, go ahead.
Once upon a time, in a faraway land, there was a castle. In this castle lived a beautiful princess. She had everything she could possibly want. One day, as she was combing her hair with her diamond-encrusted hairbrush and looking into her ivory mirror,
she wished for only one thing she didn't have. She wanted a prince. Her only wish was for a prince because 5 years ago, she had been kidnapped from her family by a witch and brought to this teary tower into which she had been magically locked. The cursed witch cast with that until a prince came to try to save her. She would be locked in the tower. So this girl, whose name was Rapunzel, lived in this heaven jail for 5 years. Then at 5 p.m. on a sunny afternoon, she heard a shout from outside the window. She ran and looked, and
Why did you stop?
I'm tired. I didn't wish to anger you, but may I go to sleep now?
I'm sorry. Of course you can sleep. Is there anything else you need?
There's a lot that I need. But the real question is, what do you need?
I just can't sleep. What could Shahrazad possibly meant? Shahrazad, it looks like it's your time for execution.
Well, it looks like it.
An axe is sitting next to a handstone, and the vizier is sitting on the steps watching and crying again.
I can do it! I just can!
Why, Shahrayer? You executed the other girl. Why not me?
Your story was beautiful. I would love to hear the end of it. I'll make you a deal. If you tell me more about the story, I will let you live one more day.
Okay. Your Majesty, would you like me to continue the story?
Yes, please.
then at 5 p.m. on a sunny afternoon, at 5 years, 5 months and 5 days, she heard a shout from outside a window. She ran to look and she saw a handsome prince shouting up to her window. She was very excited. She tried to lean further out the window to hear what he was saying. But in the process, she fell down. The prince quickly galloped to the bottom of the tower and caught the fallen princess on his horse. But while she was falling, some of her hair got snagged on a sharp branch, and her long silky hair was roughly chopped off. Right as she landed on the horse and found out that her hair was gone, she started crying, for her hair was her only link to her family and childhood. The prince turned on his horse and tried to comfort her, but she only cried harder. But right as her tears hit the dry and desolate landscape, it erupted into wild flowers, luscious streams, grassy hills, and sharp valleys. And the four trees that she had always observed from her window and thought of as very oddly shaped turned into her family. Now, as her tears of joy fell to the grass, she stepped forward and embraced her family, who were marveling at how old she was and they were. They said the last thing they remembered was the evil witch transporting them here and painfully turning them into trees. While they were crying for joy and for being human again, Rapunzel's younger sisters, Colidora's tears fell on Rapunzel's hair. Her hair started glowing and twisting and changing color. And when it stopped, it was as long as before, but it had changed to be a chocolately brown color with long, glittery golden streaks. Everyone was shocked into silence during a transformation, and now they were staring in awe and fascination at Rapunzel with her otherworldly hair. Rapunzel smiled. The prince, still staring in awe, introduced himself to Rapunzel and her family and asked Rapunzel to be his queen and her family to live at this palace. Rapunzel, who was very thankful for the prince's rescue of her, eagerly agreed. Her family said they would be there just as soon as they were done sorting out some things back where they used to live. So Rapunzel and her prince set off into the sunset and lived happily ever after.
For that story.
You're welcome.
You know I can kill you, right?
I suspect it.
Will you marry me? For real, this time, with no execution.
That's depend on one thing. If I say no, will you still execute me?
Of course not.
Then I will marry you.
Shahrayer is standing on the balcony in front of a waiting crowd and Shahrazad's father, the vizier. Lots of people are standing in a circle happily and watching Shahrayer and Shahrazad smiling and laughing. There is a huge wedding cake in the middle of the garden, big enough for the whole kingdom. Together, they skip towards the audience, still smiling, and the curtain closed. And they live happily ever after.
That burns with the need to know.
wait, nagulat ako na. Pero magalit. May multo dito.